It's the Date Master, and yes, we're back again with another banger. This time I'm gonna take it in a different direction. I've been doing some thinking, some reflecting, and like I said, this channel we're going to always tell it straight. I know it's a lot of that red pill. I'm just a tank of armor, and you're human. Now you know how they say accountability is a woman's kryptonite. In my opinion, forgiveness is a man's kryptonite. The sole purpose and reason why we have so many platforms and channels emerging, so many conversations taking place, is due to a man that has been hurt and is trying to understand why, or he does understand why he's trying to save other men from going through the same thing, or if they've already went through it, you need to know what happened and how to prevent it or avoid it or pretty much deal with it. Because in my opinion, again, no relationship is going to be perfect. Now, I know you think you're going to be a swinger and you're going to be this playboy Hugh Hefner. You're not. You're not. We do have the mental capacity to pretty much bury our emotions, but the human need for companionship dwells in both man and woman. You do not want to grow old by yourself with no one to share life's ups and downs with, because that's what makes life what it is. It makes life exciting because it's unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. You have this idea in your mind, but that idea doesn't always play out the way you see it. So again, going back to the accountability as kryptonite for women and forgiveness being kryptonite for men, has birthed the manosphere, the red pill, whatever sphere you feel you fall in, black pill. You have men vowing to never date women again due to them being hurt, betrayed, or other. If you're dealing with women, that is a part of the game, gentlemen. Now, you can go through different, levels to elevate yourself. That does not make you immune. You can have a 12-inch dick, $8 billion in the bank. That does not make you immune. You can have the charm of Bill Bellamy and How to Be a Player for those who know. You can have the charm of Marcus from Boomerang for those who know. Again, I'm speaking to more so my 30 and up, more so 35 and up audience. Forgiveness is a man's kryptonite because we hold on to the things that women do to us when we have a certain idea about them, when we have a certain perception of the woman that we lay with, and she does something that we disapprove of, something that hurts us for the most part. We try to act like it doesn't hurt, but it does. Because you can see the endless conversations around these experiences. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the person or the man is still hurting, but in that moment, that pain was that pain. And we can still go back to that pain, which is why you have men, myself and others alike, making content almost daily, because we don't want to revisit that moment. But if you're a man and you're dealing with women, you're going to have some type of issues that you're going to either have to forgive or leave. The same way they would look at a man that cheated on them, they're going to go and get another, and they're going to cheat, and they're going to go and get another, and they're going to cheat, et cetera, until they get a man that doesn't have that option. You get a woman that doesn't have the option to hurt you, meaning she may not be appealing. She may just be a safe bet. And from my experience, no one likes a safe bet. High risk comes high reward. You can get the low-hanging fruit, the quote-unquote undesirables. Yeah, you can do that. But that speaks to your character, not to theirs, because you're essentially preying on them because you feel that you're better in some way and that you're a gift to them and not them a gift to you. Forgiveness has always been a man's kryptonite, because once we find out, this is the number one thing, when a man finds out that his woman has been with another man, it is a piercing feeling, because we know the feelings that we have when we're intimate with our women or woman. We know the the foreplay that goes into it. We know what leads up to it. We know what led up to the first time you and that woman laid together. So you have that image and video playing in your mind. No matter if you know who she was with or not, you have a image and video of a man being with your woman in a intimate fashion, maybe more intimate than you have ever been. So kryptonite is something, I'm sorry, forgiveness is the kryptonite to men because we tend to hold grudges. I myself am guilty of this. When I am wrong and I feel that it wasn't fair or whatever the case may be, I can in some cases hold a grudge. And I am trying to grow out of that. I am coming to revelations to now to know how people are. Human behavior is very unpredictable. It is very peculiar. You really don't know what you're going to get until you get it. Some cases, you know, this person is going to do this. This is a safe bet, whatever the case. You can feel that, but you will never know. So I encourage you guys to take a look at those situations. If you're holding grudges, they will make you age and they will riddle you. They will pretty much, it's like putting on weights in a swimming pool. You really won't go too far holding grudges. You won't go far holding on to pain that has came and went. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive the women or the men, whoever, friends, family, whatever. You need to take a look and see if this transgression is worth your forgiveness. If you cannot forgive it, then it does not need to linger in your mind. It is something that just happened and you have moved on. But if you're continuously thinking about a certain experience, a certain person, then forgiveness is on your heart. You just feel that pride standing in the way from you reaching out and extending that forgiveness. But some would argue, well, why would I forgive a person that does not seek it or who has not requested it? That's true as well. But you can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do. You need to take control of your own destiny. Take control of your destiny. Take control of your mind. Take control of your emotions. To forget, we had this conversation last night on the New Normal podcast. Make sure you go and like, follow, and subscribe. We talked about the Ime Udoka situation, and we took a transition where we spoke about a man's forgiveness to his woman. If the shoe was on the other foot, would this man be willing to even have the discussion with his woman, with his wife, fiance, etc., and take her back whole? Not hold whatever she did over her head, but take her back whole. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to do that because, and I can empathize with men because we do not require much from women. So it seems it appears to be a slap in the face. Yes, I do agree there. It appears to be a slap in the face when I only ask you for one thing and you can't even give me that. Unless for two things, you can't give me those two, but you're asking a multitude of things of me. But forgiveness can take you further than what you expect or what you think it can. Having a hard outer shell, that's fine. You want to be stern and stoic, but it will keep you stagnant because you're going to always live in that place of hurt. You're going to always live in that place of pain. You're not going to move on with your life. You're going to be constantly pushing forward while looking back. You have to let that hurt go, in the words of the modern woman. Who hurt you? Let that hurt go. You need to let it go. I can truly attest to you. I understand your pain. Forgiveness is for a man to forgive a woman for that thing, that one thing. Everything else is attitude. We can get past that. We can deal with that. We can talk that out and see, because usually that's just a mood swing. Again, women go in and out of these emotions because a woman lives a very, I wouldn't say twisted life, but they have to morph into these personalities that is not their true character. from going to work, going in front of their parents, in front of you. They have to be three different people. And their frustration comes out when they can't juggle those personalities. So the best bet is to pick a woman who does not need to do that, or who's going to keep it at a minimum. Because most of the time, and if you're dating a woman in today's society, they're going to be somewhat not interdependent, but independent of you. They're going to have to pick up certain traits, certain personalities to maintain that independence, because in most cases, she has no trust in man, especially a black man in America. She looks at you a certain way. But accountability is woman's kryptonite. Forgiveness is a man's kryptonite. You need to look into that and look into your past and see what can be forgiven. It's almost like an audit, like cleaning out the memory in your phone. You have a lot of space being taken up by things that you don't even look at or use on your phone. Useless apps, photos, videos, screenshots. You have a lot of used space, but that space is being used by nothing and for nothing. You need to clear that out. But you guys let me know what you think. Is forgiveness the kryptonite for men in the same fashion that accountability is kryptonite for women? Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.